Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Checking in with the Michigan head coach pregame, he talked to me about the importance of this young running back. Just a freshman, he has continued to showcase his talent. They gave him an opportunity early in the season, and they have been rewarded. He continues to shine and be very productive at the line of scrimmage. I'm going to keep you posted on how he plays here in the first quarter. They're feeding him early and often. He's in the script. Can he keep the momentum going? We'll find out. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Wolverines will kick off first, and here we go. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ready to fire from the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. It has been a rocky ride through Big Ten play so far, and they're running out of time to turn it around.
Yeah, and sometimes the Big Ten will do that to you, right? It's a competitive conference. There's a lot of competitive environments that you have to step into, and they haven't been great this season, let's be honest. But, Jesse, I'm more interested to see how they finish off the last part of this season, because it's one thing to have expectations and to get down. It's another thing to quit.
Yeah, you just want to see how resilient they are too, David, because the coach, he's been saying the right things after taking all these losses at the podium after games. We got guys hurt. We've got young players. We're inexperienced. We're learning how to win. But, you know, you're running out of time for excuses. You've now got to turn the page. You've got to show up. You've got to put a complete game together and get a W. As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Keelan Russell throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. And it'll be down right there. Them pinned deep. He makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Out of the gun to give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team.
And that's a frustrating drive. Not the drive they were trying to put together. 3 plays, couldn't find a way to break somebody loose. Catching the football, getting tackled. Offense still trying to get in a rhythm, trying to make something happen on their side of the field.
Hauls it in, looking for space. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Quick strike complete.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Bringing the heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. Intercepted. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do...
There he goes! And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Throwing, Underwood. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback, really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Under fire. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but their defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's going for a big play downfield. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. The throw to the outside is complete. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Right back to it. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Throwing Russell. Tight end finds a soft spot. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. On the move. Makes it past the marker. Maybe some room here. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. he's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the option. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Defense wants to bring the heat. To the ground with the back. Looking for room at the 30. It's a running. Touchdown, Michigan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First play of the period, first down here. Russell. Pulls it in. It's Edwards. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. Alabama pushing the tempo. He might want another play. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Got his man downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Keelan Russell. He's going for it all. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Alabama.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
So here comes the Michigan offense. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they...
Breaks into the open. touchdowns in this game and now up to 8 on the season.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do it. That will get you almost there. When you can hand it off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense? Getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Throwing Russell. It's complete on the right side. Across the 25, he's got room. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
When quarterbacks learn to take checkdowns, man, they become way more efficient. They become way better. They get way more possessions, and he does a really good job. It's not his primary guy, but he looks down the field. He doesn't force the football, but checks it down to his running back and still makes a big play because it was the right decision.
Alabama quickly back to the line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Again, it's Russell. Going to try to get it himself. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
And he's really proven to this defense that he's just not a one-trick pony. He can beat you through the air, and now he can do this. Now he can take off and scramble, move the sticks, get us first down for his offense. This defense, they're starting to learn pretty quickly. This guy is a talented joker at quarterback.
Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to...
Lets it fly. Upstairs to make the catch. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Russell. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Here's a heat. Trying to buy time. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Here's Underwood to throw. That's caught. It's Hansen. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end break towards the sidelines, finds the hole in the zone, delivers a strike. Nice completion, nice communication there without saying a word.
To the air, it's Underwood. Makes the grab. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Underwood. Good timing on the quick out. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Again, it's Underwood. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Keelan Russell. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Under fire. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, this offense has come out lighting it up, throwing the football. They've had a lot of success. They found guys wide open. They've been able to make contested catches, too. Finally, though, the defense right there able to go up and compete for a ball and knock it incomplete. Can that give them the confidence they need here to slow this passing game down for the rest of the game?
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Going to the ground. Fighting off the defender. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the 1st half. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Throwing Russell. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Russell rushes on him, still looking. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Russell. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a 2nd. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Russell. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Tennessee in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Volunteers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to him. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. He's already busted 150 yards on the ground. Couple of big runs, and he might take aim at the Michigan record set by Ron Johnson of a cool 347 on the ground.
Wow, well, that's aggressive, Reese. That's a little ways down the road probably, but that just shows you how well they commit to the run game. Year after year, if you're a Michigan Wolverine, you're going to run the football. So, heck, it's no different when you got this guy in the backfield. I'm going to keep feeding him.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line.
And for quarterbacks, corner routes can sometimes be some of the harder throws to complete. So you can see this quarterback has really worked time and again in practice and throughout his career trying to perfect his accuracy on these difficult throws.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Grabs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Got a man, it's Edwards. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. And on 2nd and short, no tight formation here. 3 receivers left.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. He had the speedster loose, and he just couldn't connect. Just a little too much juice on the pass.
Yeah, God, those ones that you got a guy wide open, a lot of times quarterbacks will tell you that those are the ones you kind of, like, I don't want to mess this up, and you either put way too little on it or, in this case, way too much on it and overthrow the speedster.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I know he's got the height and the weight of the tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete.
Wide open spaces. The 10. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. The Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. The give. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The holding penalty will make it 1st and 20. Throwing, Underwood. With the catch, it's Marshall. And they swarm him under.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To the air, it's Underwood. Got him. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. There's a crease. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Here's Underwood to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run.
Number 22, set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The hand to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. time, they'll go to the running game. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Throwing Russell. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. 4th down, Russell. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot in a sudden change situation. Let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
Could be an alley. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead.
There he goes. Got enough for the 1st. Touchdown, Michigan. And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
Here's the handoff. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Here's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point, but now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. So now it's 2nd and long. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything.